Welcome back to Go. We are sitting a little bit in the dark here because we're talking about the Dalnavert After Dark Obsession Tour that's happening. Now, we have to be a little bit dark in here because there's some special art installations, and Charlene's going to tell us about them.
That's right. So Wendy Sawatsky has made a projection installation with the Hamilton House fawns from the U of M archives, and they are depicting seances and ectoplasm coming out of the medium's mouths and nose. And what Wendy has gone and done is animated this ectoplasm. So the photographs exist. The one that we're looking at right now is Mary Marshall. She was one of the mediums that was doing the seances at the Hamilton House.
Okay.
And this is her ectoplasm coming out of her mouth. And Wendy has animated it. So if you look closely, it is moving. And so during the Dalnavert After Dark tour, what you'll see is a few of these images circulating throughout the parlor, as because in the parlor, that's where they used to do seances. And Victorians were kind of big on spiritualism and the paranormal. So we've got some of these exciting ectoplasm projections in the parlor.
It's definitely creepy. As I'm sitting here watching it, you can see it moving. And what's crazy is these were actual photos. That's what people need to understand. These are actual photos.
Yeah, these photos are from archives. That Hamilton House is a Winnipeg house from Dr. T.G. Hamilton's house. Him and his wife were big into the spiritualism, and so they had photographers come in and take pictures, and there's lots of them, and you can look them up online or go to the U of M archives and check them out, or you can come to Dalnavert After Dark and see the ectoplasm.
That's what you have to do, because when the moving is the part that throws me off. So you have these as you walk through the house. You have the house in general, which from the period is a little bit creepy when it's going to be in the dark, and then there's ghost stories, and there's going to be ghost stories that you do one upstairs. How intense are those ghost stories? Okay,
well, Bolsheviks and Art Collective, which is Wendy Sawatsky and Danishka Esterhazy, they have created a few different Victorian things that we're going to be using as art installations in the house. And one of those is called The Woman in White, and it's a bit of a moving Victorian movie, I guess. They're kind of based on Magic Lantern Night type shows, and that is one of the creepiest things, and it's sort of based on a lot of Victorian ghost stories about women in white and always appearing to women being the undead, and that's sort of like a big thing in the Victorian era. The ghost story in the attic is actually just about a haunted house. It's called The Empty House, and it's by Algernon Blackwood, who's a Victorian writer, and it's going to be tough because it's basically based on a house that's like this.
Oh, cool.
And it's like fully haunted, and it's about the person's experience going into the haunted house at night. And so I think it's very apt for this.
So there's definitely lots to see and do for everybody.
Yes, for sure.
Great. And how can people find out more information?
Oh, you can go to the Dalnavert website, which is dalnavertmuseum.ca. You can call 943-2835 for tickets. Or you can go to the website and email info@dalnavertmuseum.ca.
Great. Thank you so much for this. Still have more to come on Go. We'll see you in a second.